Welcome, my friends. Today we're embarking on an epic journey through not only the history of Middle-earth, but also the deeper philosophy behind The Lord of the Rings. We'll explore how Tolkien's mythology transcends simple storytelling, tapping into universal truths that continue to inspire us. From the creation of the world to the final battle between good and evil, this video will explore what makes Middle-earth not just a fantasy, but a deeply philosophical epic. If you love diving deep into Tolkien's world and its meanings, don't forget to hit that like button and make sure to subscribe to keep up with our ongoing adventure. Let's start where it all began, with Eru Ilúvatar and the creation of the universe through the Ainulindale, the music of the Ainur. Ilúvatar creates the Ainur, divine spirits who sing the world into being. But of course the harmony is interrupted by Melkor, the most powerful and rebellious Valar. His discord in the music introduces suffering and evil into the world, much like a rock band member trying to overshadow the group with an over-the-top solo. The conflict begins here, setting the stage for the entire saga. As the Ainur enter Arda to shape the world, Melkor, later known as Morgoth, declares himself its ruler. He corrupts everything, from elves to creating the Balrogs, who become his lieutenants. He even recruits Sauron, his most powerful servant, who will later become the big bad we know from The Lord of the Rings. Melkor's fall mirrors a classic theological theme. His lust for power leads to his downfall, and though he is eventually defeated by the Valar in the War of Wrath, his influence lingers through Sauron. One of the most critical elements in Tolkien's work is the concept of free will and moral victory. At the heart of the story lies the One Ring, which represents ultimate power but also ultimate corruption. The ring strips its bearer of free will, which is why it's so dangerous. As Gandalf wisely says, all we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us. This choice defines the journey of nearly every character in the story, from Frodo's struggle to resist the ring to Boromir's moment of redemption. Tolkien's philosophy emphasizes that true victory comes not from power or war, but from moral choice, sacrifice, and compassion. This idea is at the core of the story's spiritual dimension, where characters like Frodo, Gandalf, and Samwise embody the power of empathy and selflessness in their struggle against darkness. Tolkien, inspired by Anglo-Saxon and Norse mythology, incorporated the idea of heroic sacrifice, but recontextualized it within his Christian worldview. Characters like Éowyn and Theoden represent this fusion. Theoden, who begins as a shadow of his former self, corrupted by Saruman, must rediscover his courage and lead his people into battle. Yet for Tolkien, the true victory lies not in dying gloriously on the battlefield, but in finding inner redemption. Éowyn too has a transformative journey, believing that only battle will bring her honor, but ultimately realizing that true strength lies in embracing life, love, and sacrifice. Her arc mirrors Tolkien's message that glory in war is fleeting, but moral victories, such as her eventual love for Faramir, are lasting. While Morgoth is defeated, Sauron rises to carry on the torch of evil. Unlike his master, Sauron's evil is subtle, deceptive, and cunning. He tempts characters like Boromir with the promise of power and control, playing on their desires to protect their people. But Tolkien's message is clear. Absolute power corrupts absolutely, and Sauron's One Ring symbolizes that. The ring is not just a tool of domination. It isolates its bearer, cutting them off from love, community, and empathy. Tolkien believed that evil is self-defeating, as it thrives on pride, greed, and selfishness, yet it cannot understand virtues like compassion or humility. This is why Gollum, despite being consumed by the ring, becomes instrumental in its destruction, an unexpected and ironic twist that only adds to the depth of Tolkien's worldview. Another central theme in The Lord of the Rings is the power of hope and community. As Galadriel says, hope remains while the company is true. The Fellowship, though small and filled with diverse beings, elves, men, hobbits, dwarves, shows that unity and friendship are the true strengths of Middle-earth. Even the smallest characters like Sam and Frodo play pivotal roles in the fate of the world, proving that courage, loyalty, and kindness can triumph over darkness. Tolkien's emphasis on hope in the face of overwhelming odds reflects his belief in the enduring power of goodness. The world may be marred by evil, but as long as people stand together, there's always a chance to make things right. For Tolkien, mythology wasn't just a way to entertain, it was a means of conveying deeper universal truths. He once said that fairy tales allow us to glimpse at something beyond time and place, a window into the eternal. This is why The Lord of the Rings resonates so strongly. It taps into the fundamental struggles we all face: good versus evil, temptation, sacrifice, and the search for meaning. As Frodo closes the book at the end of his journey, we are reminded that his story becomes a myth for future generations, a source of inspiration and moral guidance. Tolkien's mythology isn't about conquering evil once and for all. It's about the continuous struggle, the enduring fight for what's right. And that, my friends, is the beauty of Tolkien's world. It's not just a fantasy story. It's a reflection of our own struggles, our own hopes, and our own victories, large and small. Whether it's the moral lessons of Frodo's journey, the tragic fall of Boromir, or the strength of unity in the Fellowship, The Lord of the Rings speaks to something timeless and true. If you enjoyed this exploration of Middle-earth's history and philosophy, please give this video a thumbs up, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of Tolkien. Remember, no matter how dark things may seem, there is always hope while the company is true. Until next time, my fellow travelers, Namaria.